Afternoon, Colonel.
Afternoon, Mr. Blossom. Come to see how I'm making out?
Well, I ate a couple of shots. Any luck?
Little.
Oh, very nice. I'm partial to a bit of jug there myself. I ain't the only one around these parts, if you follow my meaning.
You mean poachers?
All sorts of people about here at night lately.
What sort of people?
Well, not the local lads. Black marketeers from the town, I'd say. I go out after them myself, but I haven't got the time. Got to fill in my forms.
Your forms?
That's right, sir. What the old brown cow say when she calved? How many pigs in the litter got black marks on their backs? Ministry of Agriculture, sir. Spread of education. Don't handle plows these days, you know. Fountain pens. How's Mrs. Tane? Settling down all right?
Just fine, thanks. Hey, Mr. Blossom.
Yes, girl?
What do I do if I run across one of these poachers?
Dust him with a bit of shot. Where it hurts most, in the seat of the pants.
All right, fella, on your feet. The war's over. If you're going to do any poaching around here, you better get used to buckshot. Come on, get up. What's the matter? Did you hit your head?
Haben Sie hier Brief gesehen?
What?
Ich kenne nicht mehr.
Never mind. I'll go get a doctor. Operator, look, there's been an accident. I need... All right, give me the ambulance station, but quick. All right?
Yes, all right. Stop at the top of the hill.
Oh, the ambulance, and they're coming right. Hey, wake up.
Over there, by the dead tree.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Anything I can do for you?
Yes. I'm looking for Mr. Blossom, the farmer. I'm staying with Mr. Hassingham. He asked me to give him a message.
Mr. Who?
Hassingham. He owns most of the land around here, I believe.
I wouldn't know about that. I just rent this part of it from Blossom.
Oh. I suppose we must be trespassing.
Sorta.
I apologize.
Quite all right. If you're looking for Blossom, I'd try down to his farmhouse. He doesn't come up here very often.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Shot anything?
Only a hair.
Only a hair. Well, I wish you joy of it, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Colonel Taine, American Army, artillery expert, working with the British at Luddington Camp on the development of the new anti-tank gun. Taken that cottage place by the gate for 6 months.
Supposing you found Ryman.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it now. Have to come back tonight.
Where's the accident?
What accident?
We had a call for an accident near this crossroads.
There ain't been no accident hereabouts as I know of.
Nor I.
Them kids. The day I catch one of them at it, he won't sit down afterwards in a month of Sundays.
Mrs. Taine? Yes, Tommy? Mrs. Taine, Mom asked me to tell you that the police...
Don't come any
was here.
closer, Tommy. Let me get this lid back on first.
I didn't know you knew about bees, ma'am.
I don't. I just wanted to see what they looked like when they were working.
How do they look?
Well, in my opinion, they don't look as busy as bees ought to look. There. Well, what is it?
Mum told me to tell you that the policeman's here, and can you spare him a few minutes?
The policeman?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Wharton from the village.
Oh, Mr. Wharton. Sure.
Cow dung. That's the secret. Just look at that, Mrs. Powell. Firm and crisp as you like. Of course, I can get them in the frame real early and choose my moment to plant out. But the secret is...
Hello, Mr. Wharton.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Taine. I was just telling Mrs. Powell
Mr.
here that...
Wharton's brought us some of his prize cabbages,
As promised.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Wharton. Thank you very much. What beautiful cabbages. They're huge.
Oh, I think that's the Colonel coming in now, Mum.
Already? Is that you, darling?
Yes.
Oh, come in here a minute. I'm in the kitchen. That's the biggest cabbage I've ever seen, Constable.
I'll tell you the secret of that, Mrs. Taine. The important thing about a good cabbage is to get it well started. I go out in the field and get plenty of nice, rich... Oh, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Hello, darling. Mr. Wharton brought us some of his prize cabbages. Aren't they nice?
Oh, yes, they're fine. Thanks very much, Mr. Wharton.
Oh, pleasure, sir. Had any luck up at that shoot of yours?
Oh, not much. Just a hair, that's all.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, must be every bit of 10 pounds, I'd say.
Well, I'll be getting along now.
Thank you again, Mr. Wharton.
Pleasure, ma'am. Good day, Colonel. Good day, ma'am.
Mr. Wharton,
Sir?
Blossom says there've been some poachers up on the chute.
Poachers, eh, sir?
He seems to think they're black marketeers.
Oh, Blossom's got poachers and black marketeers on the brain, sir.
Still, supposing I do see one, what do? Let him have a charge of buckshot?
That's what I do, sir. Teach him a lesson.
Yeah, but suppose I killed him. That'd be reckoned an accident, I guess.
Accident? Oh, no, sir. Mind you, I don't say it wouldn't look that way to the Almighty. But the Almighty isn't the Lord Chief Justice. Not by a black cap or two he isn't. Don't you grab in any of those accidents, Colonel, or I'll be bringing your cabbage up in Dorchester prison. Well, see you later, Colonel.
Look out! Oh, sir.
I'm sorry, Tommy.
You didn't change the switch in time.
I know, I wasn't thinking. Is there much damage?
The front of the engine's all bent.
I hope that boy's not making a nuisance of himself, Colonel.
Afraid I'm the nuisance at the moment.
Well, it's time he was in bed anyhow. Say good night and thank you, Colonel.
Oh, Mom.
Come on, come on.
Good night and thank you, Colonel. Good night, Mrs. Tane.
Good night, Tommy.
I'll clear up this mess when you're at dinner. Come on now, off to bed and get your beauty sleep.
Martini?
No, thanks.
I'm gonna have a scotch and soda.
You do that. Who's the martini for?
Huh? I thought you said you wanted one.
Well, what's the matter with you?
The matter? There's nothing the matter.
Hello? Yes, he's here. Who's calling? What's that? Yes, he is here. Oh, all right. Wait just a minute. It's for you. The lady doesn't want to give her name.
I'll be one of the whacks from the camp.
A whack with a Viennese accent.
Huh? Hello? Yes, this is Colonel Tane speaking. What? Yes, I intend to be in all evening. Well, who? Hello? Hung up.
In for the evening.
He can have seen nothing.
Of course not. I told you if he had seen anything, there'd be police all over the place. We should have heard.
I'll go up later with this.
Have you explained Ryman's disappearance to the others?
Ryman has been sent away on a special job. Don't need to worry, Magda. I can handle these things.
It takes more than one to handle Sandorsky. I don't think you... Must you break all the glasses, Richard?
Why not? It's a foreign custom, isn't it? Smashing glasses. If you have a foreign wife, you adopt foreign customs. I'll smash every glass in the place if I want to.
I suppose you can always drink out of the bottle. I think we should be wise not to forget Sandorsky for one moment.
Now that Ryman is out of the way, it makes it much easier.
Secrets. You think I don't know, don't you, Mr. Hyatt? Or is it Herr Hyatt? Or Commissar Hyatt?
That's enough, Richard.
All right, I know. Mustn't insult the guest. Just let him use you. Do you think I don't know what's going on up at that shoot?
What do you think is going on, Richard?
Never you mind what I think. This is my land. It was my father's before me. And anything that goes on my land is my business.
Splendid.
Do you think I don't know that you're up to something? You, and that chauffeur of yours, Hyatt, and the rest of that dirty little gang.
Oh, surely you don't mean my business associates?
Business associates? That's funny. Business associates. That's very funny.
You know, Magda, I think why Richard broke his glass was because he had nothing to put in it. There you are, Richard. Now you'll feel better.
Oh, no. Oh, no, you don't. You want to get me drunk, out of the way, while you use my land. Don't deceive yourselves. I'm watching every move you make.
Of course.
When's he going?
Soon. Perhaps next week.
You don't like him either, do you?
Of course I don't.
It's just that he comes from your part of the world, isn't it?
Of course. You will be good, won't you? See you later, Richard.
Does Mrs. Powell have to have that radio on all evening?
It's her radio.
I know, but opera. Opera, for Pete's sake, all evening.
Shall I ask her to turn it off?
No, it's all right, I guess. Anyway, I have to go over to the shoot.
At this time of night? What are you going to shoot, owls?
Something I told old man Blossom I'd do, I almost forgot.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, can't it wait till tomorrow?
No, there's a foxhole out there. I told him I'd fill it in. The fox has been getting his chickens. I won't be long.
All right.
Darling,
What?
I'll be right back.
Fine.
I'll just clear away the coffee things.
Oh, yes, do. Miss Powell,
Yes, ma'am?
when you want to get rid of foxes, what do? Fill up the holes?
Bless you, no. You smoke 'em out or gas 'em. Wouldn't do any good just filling in the earth, would it?
No, I suppose not.
He's lying back there somewhere. I know that was the place.
It must have been further along.
I tell you, he was standing by that tree.
Perhaps he only wounded him and he got away.
Impossible. It was a perfect shot. Anyway, even if he didn't die, to be honest, he can't have got far.
If he was wounded, he'd crawl into the wood.
All right, let's look at that.
Can look for him all night here and not find him.
We've got to find him. After it, quick!
Who was it, Sandowski?
No, probably that American. Anyway, he saw us. Better get those leads repaired.
How's the foxhole?
Oh, fine. I filled it in.
And how was the fox? From the scratches on your face, I'd say it got pretty angry. Or was it a vixen?
I stumbled on a bush in the dark.
Here's your book. I marked your place. Will you lock up? I'm going to bed.
Well, Colonel, what do you think it is, huh?
Didn't you read the notice?
Please?
Trespassers will be prosecuted. Fined 40 shillings by order.
When surprised, Colonel Payne showed great presence of mind by making a little joke, yes?
Who the devil are you?
Your best friend, Colonel. I have been described as an expert, but don't let it worry you. Know what this is, Colonel?
Suppose you tell me.
With pleasure. It's an airplane beacon. You have 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Aeroplane comes in over this, lands on a line between these 2. Used them all the time during the war.
Where?
Poland.
And now you're using them in dear old England, eh?
Me? No, not me. Man called Hyatt. Know him? Charming type.
I've met him. Is he another of your best friends?
We had a mutual friend, man called Ryman. Know anything about him, Colonel?
Why should I?
I had an appointment with him here yesterday. Fat type. See anything of him?
Not a thing.
The great art about telling lies, Colonel, is not to be too emphatic about them. What happened?
Something's gonna happen to you if you don't get out of here.
Ah, aggressive type, eh, Colonel? Shoot first, ask questions afterward. Good thing for me you did not bring your gun today.
I don't need a gun to put you off this land, pal.
Want to bet? On guard!
All right, Buster. Who are you?
Sandorsky, Colonel Commandant Polish Army, retired.
Okay, Commandant. What are you doing here?
Working? You know an Englishman called Randall?
No.
He works for me.
Well, that should make everything clear. No thanks. Does this Randall happen to be in the black market by any chance?
Please? Black market?
That's what I said.
Yes. How brilliant of you to guess.
Been some pretty funny things going on around here.
Very funny. What did happen to Ryman, Colonel?
I still don't know what you're talking about.
Want me to show you where he is? Or shall I show the police?
All right. What are you after? What do you want?
That's much better. Much more friendly, huh? Don't worry. Leave it to Sandorsky. This way. Your car is down there, I believe. Now, this is what is going to happen.
Well, whoever it was, the man who was up there last night saw our faces.
That makes him very dangerous.
Well, nothing can be altered now, that's certain. In 2 hours, Lex will be on his way. Are you sure nobody saw you putting out the beacons this morning?
I dealt with all that myself.
You dealt with Ryman, too, my friend. No doubt you will also deal with Sandorsky.
Yes, I will deal with Sandorsky.
Well, okay. Good. Now you know the time and the place. For the present, that is all you need to know.
What I need to know is what I'm going to tell my wife.
Your wife. You tell your wife what any good husband should tell his wife in matters of importance. Absolutely nothing.
Hello, dear.
Oh. Hello.
I was on my way from shopping in the village. I saw the car, so I thought I'd wait.
Oh, fine, fine.
Where'd you dig up your friend?
Oh, this is,
Peter Sandorsky, Colonel Commandant, Polish Army, retired.
How do you do?
How do you do? Charming.
Can we drop you anywhere?
Yes, you can. Delighted. I'm staying quite near on the Lavington Road. So kind.
Oh, be careful with the shopping bag, Commandant.
You want to drive?
No, you, dear. I'd like to talk to the Commandant. Okay, Commandant, shoot.
Please?
Let's have it. What is it the little wife absolutely mustn't be told?
Now, darling.
You just drive, dear. Well, Commandant?
I did not wish so charming and attractive a woman to be troubled by this affair.
Very fancy. What's it all about?
Your husband has very kindly promised to help me in a little black market affair.
Oh, how interesting. Nylons or meat?
Neither, madame. Something much more important, currency.
Oh, nice work, Colonel. What's he get paid in? Pounds or dollars?
No. You misunderstand, madame. I'm on the side of the government.
Which one?
I'm a servant of the British government.
I didn't know the British had a foreign legion.
Madame, tonight or tomorrow night, a plane from abroad will land secretly on your husband's shoot. In the absence of my assistant, who appears to have met with an accident, your husband has very kindly agreed to assist me.
Assist you to what?
To deal with the black marketeers.
Don't they have police here for that sort of thing?
Oh, this is much too big an affair for the ordinary police.
Oh, I see. So you and Bob are going to deal with it between you, huh?
Exactly.
Do you believe in fairy tales, Commandant?
Madame, even to such a charming and attractive woman as you, there are certain things which cannot be revealed.
I'll bet. Now listen here,
Stop,
Commandant.
please. I'm so sorry. This is where I live. Thank you, madame. Thank you. Oj, specjalnie uszanowany. What a lucky man the colonel is. Our colonel?
Oh, sure.
Let us hope your luck will remain. You know the time and the place? You won't be late, huh?
No comment.
Hello, Mrs. Powell.
Miss Powell?
Oh, Colonel, there's two gentlemen been waiting to see you.
Police?
Oh, no, sir.
Probably two attendants for the hospital. They don't know their boy's back yet.
Please.
Hello, Mrs. Taine. Hello, Bob.
Tom?
Sorry to drop in on you like this, but I'm afraid it's rather important.
All right, what's on your mind?
Well, what I'm really here for is to introduce this gentleman and confirm his identity.
Yes?
This is Mr. Randall, the Colonel and Mrs. Taine.
How do you do?
How do you do?
How do you do? And in case you think I'm here to sell you life insurance or a washing machine...
Oh, yes, Mr. Randall's the head of a War Office branch that deals with...
Cloak and Dagger Department.
One never knows whether to be facetious about these things or not. Anyway, he wants to have a chat with you. Was that all right?
Excellent, Colonel Cartwright, and thank you. It was very good of you to come along.
Not at all. Well, I must be going. Got to take Helen to a party. See you on Friday, Bob.
Goodbye, Colonel Cartwright. Give my love to your wife.
That's very kind of you. I will. Don't bother to come to the door. I can find my way out.
Scotch and soda, Mr. Randall?
Thank you.
Should I go?
Oh, no, please, Mrs. Taine. I'd like you to hear too, if you don't mind.
Well, that's new anyway.
Ice?
No, thank you. Colonel, I believe you're the tenant of some shooting at the Blossoms Farm just across the way.
I am, yes.
Have you noticed any unusual activity there lately? You were going to say something, Mrs. Taine?
No.
There have been a lot of poachers up there lately.
You quite sure they were poachers?
Poachers or black marketeers.
Dear me. Of course, Colonel. You're an officer in the United States Army, and I can't give you orders. But I think I should tell you that the work I'm doing at the moment is of importance to both our countries. Your people do know about it. It really is quite essential that you're frank with me.
Did you think I wasn't being frank?
I couldn't help noticing that when Cartwright mentioned my name just now, it seemed to click with you in some way.
I met someone up on the chute today who said you worked for him.
A little man named Sandorsky?
That's right. He said he was a Polish commandant.
Yes. And you know what he did? He tried to enlist my husband in some black market currency racket.
Now, darling.
And he even pretended to work for the British government. And then it turned out he had escaped from the mental hospital.
Dear me. It's just as well that Cartwright came along with me, isn't it?
Oh, I knew he was a phony the minute I set eyes on him. But what I'd like to know...
But he isn't a phony, Mrs. Taine. He was a Polish commandant, and he does work for the British government. Or rather, for me, not quite the same thing, perhaps, but near enough.
Oh, but he is crazy, isn't he?
Well, not in the way you mean. The fact that he's using the mental hospital as a hotel at the moment is purely a matter of discretion and convenience.
I see.
What about the black market business?
The truth is rather more complicated. Colonel, tonight or tomorrow night, we have reason to believe that a foreign agent will be landed by plane on your chute over there.
Good heavens.
My orders to Sandorsky are to check the arrival of this man and, if possible, identify him.
Where do we come in?
It's just that I don't want you to disturb things by calling in the police. Leave it to Sandorsky. Give him any help you can, but only if he asks for it.
Won't the man be arrested?
Oh, we wouldn't want to arrest him. They'd only send another. We prefer that he go about his business. After all, if we know who he is, he can't do much harm. I'm sure you and Mrs. Taine will cooperate.
Of course. Another drink?
Thank you. No, I must be off.
Does Sandorsky know about your coming here today?
No, but there's no harm in you telling him if you see him. Things haven't gone quite as he expected. He was in touch with a man from the other side, and now the chap's disappeared. You haven't seen anything of him by any chance? A little man with an ugly face.
No.
You don't seem quite sure, Colonel. A man named Ryman.
I was thinking of those other people you mentioned. Is one of them a man called Hyatt?
I say, you have kept your eyes open, haven't you? Yes, there's a whole bunch of them over at that poor fool Hassingham's.
Was Ryman in with them?
Was. You think they killed him? Yes, I expect you're right. Yes, he was in with them. When we find the body, the police can set about hanging someone for the job. Meanwhile, no police. All right?
Right. No police.
Thank you, Colonel. Thank you, Mrs. Taine. We'll keep in touch through Sandorsky.
Hadn't you better save that sigh of relief?
No more questions, please.
Well, how am I going to know if I don't ask questions? It's no use, Bob. I've had just about enough. Now I want to know what exactly happened yesterday.
All right. You asked for it. You know that fellow Ryman he was talking about?
Yes?
I killed him.
You what?
I thought he was a poacher, and I shot him.
Oh, Bob.
I only meant to make him jump a little. He was too far away to do any harm. Lots of people get hit with buckshot. Beaters, poachers, any gamekeeper will tell you that. This guy went down as if he'd been poleaxed. He must have had a weak heart or something. Well, I went for an ambulance, but by the time I got back, he was dead. So then I hit him.
That was a crazy thing to do.
Oh, some of those people came along. Two of those foreign operators Randall was talking about, and I panicked. Must have been out of my mind.
Bob, you didn't mean to kill him.
I meant to wound him. That makes it manslaughter. You can get 20 years for that in this country.
Where is he?
I told you I hid him.
But where?
Under some brush.
Does anybody suspect anything?
Sandorsky, he guessed all right. And that foreign bunch, they have an idea.
The Viennese whack.
Probably.
Oh, Bob, what are we going to do?
I don't know. I just can't think anymore. I guess there's nothing we can do.
Don't answer it.
Yes, I'll be in all evening. Thanks, goodbye.
Who was it?
Viennese whack. This time she's the overseas telephone service, wanting to know, please, if I'll be in all evening to take a call from America.
Oh, it's the airstrip bunch checking up to see if the coast is clear.
Plane must be coming in tonight.
What'll we do?
I'm going to keep that appointment with Sandorsky.
Where is it?
The shoot at 10 o'clock.
If you go, I'm going with you.
Now, look.
And that's final.
Well, I guess this is it.
I'll wait.
Maybe a long time.
I'll still wait. Be careful, won't you?
Sure. You better turn out your lights.
Nervous, Colonel?
Shouldn't sneak up on people like that. You might get hurt.
Nobody hurt Sandorsky. Shh. What was that?
Nothing.
Quite right.
Your boss, Randall, came to see me.
Oh, what did he want?
Wanted me to give you what help I could.
Bureaucratic interference.
I thought you wanted help.
I make my own plans.
Who said you didn't?
Did you tell Mr. Randall about Ryman? No? Wise man, he would not have been pleased.
I came because I had a phone call earlier to check if I was going to be in all evening. That means the plane may be coming in tonight.
Brilliant deduction. Where is your charming wife?
Out the road in the car. She knows the whole story.
Does she know about your little private cemetery in the wood?
She knows what I know. Now, what do you want me to do?
Obey my orders without argument. And don't worry, leave it to Sandorsky. Now follow me. Do you hear? That is Hyatt's people.
What have they got there, a car?
No, Colonel. Generator track for landing beacons. This way, please.
All right, get your cables out. Won't be long now. We must test the lights. Men know what they have to do?
They've done it often enough.
Yes, in practice. This is different. We can't afford even the slightest mistake.
That's Hyatt's voice.
You are improving, Colonel. We must go careful from now on.
Now let's go over the plan again.
All right. As soon as we hear the plane, start the generator, keep it running until after the plane has landed.
Right, and the landing lights must be switched off the moment you get the signal.
What about the passenger?
I'll take charge of him. Magda has the car waiting down by the farm. I'll run him straight down. You stay here and clear the lights away.
All connected. I'll get the generator ready. Who is this man they're sending?
Someone very important. His code name is Lex. That's all I know about him. He'll only be in the country for 48 hours to keep an appointment.
Ready to test.
Start your generator.
How is he leaving?
From another airfield. And we're to be his escort until he does leave.
You heard?
Yes.
This is no ordinary agent. We must do something about him.
I thought you were only supposed to identify him.
The plans are changed. Man is here only for 48 hours.
Running.
Switch on. That's enough. Switch off.
Now we will move a beacon. What? We alter the position of one of the beacons a little and change the direction of the landing. I've done it before, but I need help.
Why change the landing?
Please don't question my orders. Out in the open, we can't get close enough. The plane must stop where we can see the passenger.
If we change the beacon, Hired's bound to see.
Not from where he's standing. Now, don't worry. Hurry up. I'm right behind you.
We should be hearing him soon. Did you check up on that farmer?
Oh, yes, he's in bed. No lights in the house.
Good. And Tain's at home, so that only leaves Sandorsky. If you see him, shoot.
Take that side. Mind the cable. Quick, let's go.
I think that's it now. Turn the generator on! Shall we switch on the lights?
No, wait a moment.
Shh. That's it. Quick, over there.
Right, switch on.
Switch on!
What's the matter with the fool? He's not following the lights.
He will finish up right here at the corner of the field.
Not carefully, he'll finish in the trees.
I think I know what we must do.
Sandorsky! And Tate! Get him quick! Come on! Legs! Legs! Are you hired? Yes, I am hired! Come on, quick! Come on. My glasses! Police! Go! My glasses! Come on, quick! My glasses! Please. I cannot answer.
Only a little farther, Mr. Legs.
Come on. Lassen Sie mich doch! Come on!
This hits his head. We'll leave him here and take the briefcase.
Leave him for Hired? Not on your life. He's our baby now.
Huh?
Give me your hand.
Watch out.
Don't fire, you'll hit Lex. Go around by the lane and cut them off, right?
We'll never make it. They'll get there before we can.
I've got something that will stump them.
Shall I go after them? No. We must pick up our stuff. You have the whole neighborhood here.
What happened?
Open the door, quick.
What's the matter?
Never mind, get going. Hurry.
they? Yes. And the police.
Here, put him over there. It's all right. You hit your head against a tree, Mr. Lex. It'll be all right in just a little while.
Where is my case?
Your case? Oh, here it is. It's quite safe.
Thank you.
I've got your glasses. Well?
Is this your husband?
Yes, he carried you in.
So, there is good even amongst the most decadent of us.
What did he say?
Decadent.
Hmm.
I must phone Randall at once.
Use the extension up in the bedroom. Darling, would you get some water and a towel? We're cleaning up the bed. Have a look at your head, Mr. Lex. You had a nasty fall. Well, it's not fractured.
No, my head is hard.
But you were concussed, though. We'll have to watch it. Let me have
No, it's all right. You're not what I expected, Cussingham.
Huh?
It is probably because you're not drunk at the moment.
Oh, yeah, well, you never can tell with me.
But I was not under the impression that you were an active worker in the group.
Oh, he's active, all right.
Some cotton. You just hold still. We'll clean you up a bit.
Oh, here, let me take the glasses.
I thought you would be pleased, Randall.
Why in the blazes should I be pleased?
Oh. You're not pleased?
I suppose you're being confident.
No, I did not think you would be.
I suppose this was your brilliant idea.
No. Of course it was not my idea. Colonel Tate took matters into his own hands.
Colonel Tate?
But
Tate? I thought you were supposed to be in charge.
if you knew as much as I know about this colonel, you would realize...
You're an incompetent ass.
Please?
You're an incompetent ass.
I regard that remark as unworthy of you, Mr. Randall.
All right. Now listen. Better don't, Lex.
Yes, sir.
She's here.
No, sir.
Right. I'm coming straight round.
But I'd like to point out that... Shakref collar. Bürokratischen idiot.
Where is Hyatt?
Hyatt?
Oh, hired. He's upstairs, I guess, checking on the police.
A good man, I'm told. Ruthless, efficient, loyal. I'm in good hands.
How is he?
He's sitting up and asking questions. He thinks you're Hyatt.
And he obviously thinks you are Mrs. Assingham, huh?
I guess so.
So sorry.
What are you doing?
Making a little drink for Mr. Lex.
Drink of what?
Something to put him to sleep.
Isn't that about the worst thing for a man with concussion?
It is, madame. Worse things are going to happen to him before long.
Look, Commandant. If you try to harm that little man while he's in my care, you'll be in trouble. Do you understand?
Of course. But he must be put to sleep. Randall is on the way over. I'm obeying orders.
Oh. All right, put him to sleep. But be careful.
All right, madame. I assure you he will not be killed or tortured by me or by my orders.
Killed or tortured?
Not while he's in this house, at any rate.
Are you crazy?
No, madame, I'm not crazy. I'm merely familiar with the customs in Mr. Lex's own country. And we want to make him feel at home, don't we?
Are you sure he's completely out?
You have my personal guarantee.
Are you sure he has absolutely no suspicion?
Absolutely none.
Absolutely none.
How about the briefcase? Have you opened it?
No.
Not yet. There's something here I think you ought to look at. Feel that.
Booby trap?
Incendiary probably set off when you release the catch. But see this lever here. Must be some trick way of opening it without setting off the charge. I'll try it if you like.
No, don't do that. We don't want him to think it's been tampered with. Were you followed here?
They were far too busy to do any following. I saw to that.
Surely they must have cleared out by now. They can't know we haven't set the police onto them.
If Lex is as important as I think he is, Hart wouldn't have given up as easily as that. Besides, they know by now that we haven't set the police on it.
But why don't we set the police on them?
Consider. Lex has an appointment to keep. We'd like to know what that appointment is, who it's with, what it's about. The best way to find that out is to let him keep it.
You mean you want me to go on pretending to be that drunk Hassingham?
If you don't mind. And if Mrs. Taine wouldn't mind going on being Mrs. Hassingham, I'm sure the commandant here will be delighted to go on being Hyatt.
You really think we can get away with it?
Well, you can try.
Yes, but what if he starts talking in his own language? We'll look like
If
phonies.
you refuse to answer him. Say your orders are that in England you're only allowed to speak English. You're quite safe there. Those are the orders they always give. All right?
Right.
Now, I don't think that...
I know what you don't think, Commandant. Excuse me, I'll brief you about the Hassingham setup.
Where can you find permanently low prices on all sorts of toys?
Better have photographs taken of the skid marks as well. Somebody may be able to tell us the type of plane from the measurement.
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, sir, but one of the men found this in the woods up there.
What do you make of it? Part of an army pattern phosphorus grenade, I should think. That'll explain the mess up there, too. Yeah. Spain?
Inspector, I'm sorry to be a nuisance, but I think I have a right to know what you intend to do about this.
Not up to me, sir. Chief Inspector Sullivan of Scotland Yard's in charge here now.
But you must have some hint of what's going on.
Not much doubt about that, sir. Plane landed here last night. A gang of smugglers or black marketeers, I'd say. Now the gang comes along and there's a fight. Shots is fired and someone lets off a bomb.
But surely you must have some idea who the men are.
Not yet, sir, but we soon will, don't you worry. That your dog, Mr. Blossom?
Ah, you must have got yourself a rabbit. Well, I can't hang about here all day. I gotta go and do some work.
Ah, Mr. Blossom, just let the missus know where you are in case we need you.
I'll be about. Good day, Mr. Ashingham. Good day, ma'am. Yes, Tart.
Inspector.
Tart. Tart, come here, will you? Tart. Tart, come here when you're told. Come here when I tell you, can't you? What you got there, eh? Inspector!
All right, it's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Listen, do you want a shilling?
What for?
To take a message for me.
Who to?
To the gentleman who is staying with the colonel.
Which one?
The foreign gentleman.
Mr. Hyatt?
Mr. Hyatt, did you say? I see. Mr. Hyatt.
What's the message?
Oh, never mind. I don't think I'd trouble about the message after all. Here.
Feeling better, Mr. Lex?
Yes, thank you. A headache only.
More coffee, Mr. Lex?
In a moment, thank you. Hassingham, you don't look very happy this morning.
I didn't sleep very well.
Oh, he has a hangover.
Please?
Hangover.
He got drunk last night.
That's right. Pie-eyed.
I am disappointed. I shall speak of this to you again. Now to business. Hyatt, has there been any further interference from the police?
None, Mr. Lex.
Good. I have to be in London tomorrow afternoon. You will therefore take me there today.
By train or by car, Mr. Lex?
By car. We shall leave in approximately 2 hours.
Very good, Mr. Lex.
Well, that is settled. Now, could I have another couple?
Yes.
I see. The Taines are Richard and Magda, and Sandorsky is me. Very nice.
And the police have found Ryman.
One thing is certain. Our embassy should be told.
Why?
Well, Lex is an important man. And the person he's supposed to meet should be warned that Lex is being used as a bait for him.
You really imagine that the embassy knows more of his plans than we do?
What, they can wire for instructions?
By the time we get a reply, the damage will have been done.
If it isn't done already.
Well, at all costs, we must get Lex back.
And if we can't get him back?
Then he must be warned. Now, listen.
Good morning, Mrs. Powell.
Good morning, Inspector.
Is Colonel Taine in?
Yes. Will you wait in the lounge, please?
Sure.
So you see,
In this way, I shall be back home in time for the celebration.
The celebration?
Yes, celebrations. How us poor exiles will envy you, Mr. Lex.
We all try to serve our country. What's that?
Knock at the door, Mr. Lex.
What is it, Miss Powell? It's the policeman. They want to speak to the colonel. Oh, all right, I'll tell him. It's the police. They want to talk to you.
You said the police would not interfere. After their failure to catch us last night, they are bound to be going around making inquiries.
Very well, Hassingham. Go down and see. If they are unreasonable, I think you'd better eliminate them.
Naturally.
We cannot have police interference.
No, indeed. You better wait up here, darling.
I hope he can be trusted.
Oh, yes. Drunkard though he is, he has his uses. Hasn't he, my dear Magda?
Oh, yes. Sure.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Colonel Tane. I'm Inspector Matthews from Dorchester. This is Inspector Sullivan from Scotland Yard.
Well, I've been sort of expecting some of you gentlemen.
Indeed, sir.
I hear there's been some trouble on the land I rent for shooting. My wife tells me that the milkman said something about a plane landing there last night. Smugglers, he said.
Well, we don't know anything about smugglers, but there was quite a rumpus up there.
I'm sorry I can't be of much help to you, but the one night there was some excitement, I happened to go to bed early.
Well, it isn't exactly about last night that we came to see you, sir.
Oh?
No, as a matter of fact, during the course of our investigations this morning, we happened to come across the body of a dead man.
A dead man?
It was a dog rooting around in some bushes that put us onto it.
Well, it's a terrible thing. What did he die of?
Gunshot wounds, apparently.
I see.
Blossom says you were up there in the last couple of days. So we wondered if you'd seen any suspicious characters hanging around.
Well, I can't say that I have. Who was this man, do you know?
Name of Ryman, sir. A foreigner. Whoever it was put him there didn't trouble to empty his pockets.
Well, I'm sorry I can't be of any use to you.
Well, it was just the off chance that you might have seen something, sir.
I'd be glad to be of any help I can.
Well, there is just one thing, sir. I wonder if you'd mind lending us a pair of your shooting boots.
My boots?
You see, there are an awful lot of footprints just around there. Well, of course, we'd expect to find some of yours on that land, so we just want to check which are yours and which aren't.
I see. Of course.
Thank you, sir.
Will you be keeping them long?
Oh, no, sir. Let you have them back later this morning. We just want to make a checkup. You see, whoever it was hit this chap, Ryman, left footprints right by the body. We've got a dozen or so clear impressions of his feet. When we find him, he's going to have to answer a lot of very awkward questions. Good day to you, sir.
What is the matter? Have they gone?
Yes, and we've got to go, too. Please, Mr. Lex, get your clothes on, quick.
What has happened?
They found Ryman with my footprints all over the place where I left him.
So they know they're yours?
No, but they soon will. They've taken my shooting boots to check.
But what I want to know
It'll
is...
take them 8 minutes to get there, 2 minutes to find my boots fit the prints, and 8 minutes to get back. That's 18 minutes. If we're not out of here by then, we've had it. Please, Mr. Lex, get your clothes on.
But I cannot get out of bed with Mrs. Hassingham in the room.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on.
Darling, if you run from the police now, you'll only look worse.
When Reynolds explained, if I stop to argue now, Lex will get suspicious.
Yes, Mr. Lex, every precaution shall be taken.
Where are you going?
To call Randall.
Nine clear impressions and all made by these boots.
All right. Have photographs and casts made. We'll keep these boots for the moment. Colonel Tane's going to have a lot of explaining to do. Come on.
Be with you in just a minute.
No, miss, I do not wish to speak to the supervisor. I wish... No, miss. Yes, yes, dear. Yes, darling. In some countries, this woman would be flogged for such stupidity.
Well, we'll see. But if I decide to detain him for further questioning, we'll have to notify the American Army authorities right away.
Yes, darling. I am waiting.
We can't wait any longer. We gotta hide out somewhere until Randall gets in touch with the police.
All right. Do not worry, leave it to me. Mrs. What is her name?
Powell.
Mrs. Powell?
Yes,
now,
sir?
Mrs. Powell, I have a very important message for Mr. Randall. Here is the number. I want you to go on phoning till you get him. Tell him that Colonel Commandant Sandorsky wishes him to call off Scotland Yard at once. You understand?
Yes.
Repeat.
Call off Scotland Yard at once.
Right.
Oh, and tell him we're on our way to London by train from Winchester.
To London by train from Winchester.
And if the police come, tell them to call Mr. Randall, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Oh, Colonel, will you and Mrs. Taine be back for dinner? Because I was doing that stuffed hare.
That's Colonel Taine there. License number KUV3. Get after him, quick.
Did they see us?
They saw us all right.
You were to call off Scotland Yard. That was what he said. I don't know, sir. He said they were going to London by train from Winchester. Yes, that's right, sir. To London by train from Winchester. No, they haven't, sir. Just the inspector and another man this morning. Thank you, sir. Goodbye.
Good morning. I was hoping to see Colonel Taine.
Are you the police?
No, just a friend. Is Mrs. Taine here?
No, they've gone to London.
With the two gentlemen who were here last night?
That's right.
I wondered, do you think I might use your telephone?
Oh, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Wait here. I'm going to put out a general alarm for him. But this man may be a murderer, Mr. Randall. What? Yes. It's all right. I said all right. Yes. Yes.
We've just had another report. Colonel Taine's car was found abandoned. Mrs. Taine hired another car at the Bilberry garage this morning.
Well, you can forget it. You've got to call the whole thing off.
Who said so?
Cloak and dagger merchant. We can look, but we mustn't touch. You better cancel that alarm. Call immediately. I've got to go to Winchester.
Mr. Hassingham is back.
I got rid of the car.
How much longer do we have to wait here?
Till it is safe for us to move, Mr. Lex.
My wife's picking us up in another car at 6.
I do not see why you did not tell her an earlier time.
We don't want to arrive at Winchester until it's dark.
I have a headache. I'm cold and hungry. Is there no food?
We have thought only of your safety, Mr. Lex.
Get you something to eat at Winchester. Don't you like the countryside, Mr. Lex?
I'm a scientist, not a painter.
Come on, Mr. Lex.
All right. They went to the terminal station, sir. The four of them are just outside the station now.
Have all the uniformed men been warned not to interfere with them?
Yes, sir, they got a clear run.
All right. Let Randall know.
Very good, sir. Get me MI5.
MI5, special branch. Don't these people realize I've got a murder on my hands? Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to have a word or two to say when we do catch up with Colonel Tane.
Worked. There isn't a uniformed policeman in sight.
For once, Randall has been efficient.
I think we can risk it now. Darling, would you get the tickets?
Four to London.
Port to London.
Yes.
Can Lex see you?
No.
Come to the door on your left. How's Lex?
He's hungry. We promised him a meal.
He must get used to disappointments. Get him a sandwich on the station buffet. Did your husband kill Ryman?
Yes. Accidentally. He thought he was a poacher and he shot at him. What will happen?
I don't know yet. Now look, the train leaves in a few minutes. The guard will see that you have a carriage to yourselves. I shall be in the rear coach. Tell your husband and Sandorsky that I want to see them one at a time. If either of them can bring Lex's briefcase without him knowing, so much the better.
But what I want to know is...
I know. You better get back to Lex.
The ladies' hockey club.
That's me. I like my privacy.
Mind if I have one of these sandwiches?
Oh, help yourself. Didn't you get anything at the station?
No. I only had rock cakes. Lex ate 6.
You won't miss the briefcase.
Sound asleep. He's hiked 10 miles today. He isn't used to it.
Why didn't you tell me you shot Ryman?
Well, I thought that was pretty obvious.
You might have messed up the whole plan. As it is, you put me in a very awkward position.
You? What about the spot I'm in?
Well, that's a matter for Sullivan. Meanwhile, there are more vital things to think about.
More vital? What could be more vital to me than...
I know. That can wait. This can't. How about having a go and trying to open that thing?
I got a good look at it today. Pretty sure this metal lever here disconnects the fuse.
Only pretty sure. I wouldn't want to set the train on fire.
Must be some easy way to make it safe to open.
Hadn't you better put your coat over your face or something?
But I think there is in here. A coat wouldn't be much help. Can't read a word of that. And those papers have lasted about 1/10 of a second if this thing had gone off. And that goes for us, too. How about it? Can you read any of that stuff?
Yeah. Very interesting. Put them back exactly as you found them, will you?
The train arriving on platform 7 is the 10:50 from Winchester. Baby Silk, Hook, Windshield, Leeds, Sandra and Woodley. Passengers forward.
Lex.
Was der Hayat, Lex? Das Ziel ist nur Britannica. Da ist der Lex. Falter.
Hey there, just a moment. Stay back. And to obey orders.
Hired party now leaving Waterloo Station in 2 black saloon cars. They've turned west. Proceeding west towards Westminster Bridge.
Hired party travelling on York Road in direction of Westminster. 2 black saloon cars proceeding west along the Albany pavement. Speed 70 plus.
Dear me, dangerous driving.
They keep driving like that, they'll break their necks.
It still seems crazy to me, supposing the police lose track of them.
Doesn't matter if they do.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Everything is under control.
Where's Inspector Sullivan?
He's consoling the lady announcer. She's very angry.
Will someone kindly tell me what's going on?
Listen, darling. I opened Lex's briefcase. In fact, we know when the meeting is tomorrow and the place of it.
The only thing we don't know is the man they're meeting, and we'll know that tomorrow.
The taxi just arrived in front of the building.
They've arrived. They're going to the booking office.
We better move.
Hide this. Get your men set. Right.
Come on.
Are you three hiding here? We'll be across the room.
So sorry.
I am Lex. I said I am Lex. Please. This will be returned to you as soon as I've made certain calculations.
Mr. Lex. That bag, please.
They won't bother about us if they have that. No. Come on. Throw down the case!
The documents they were getting were too technical for the ordinary agent to understand, so they sent Lex.
What were the documents?
Details of the reports of our atomic weapon trials in Australia.
The fellow who was handing him over?
Oh, you wouldn't know his name, Colonel. He was a very talented man, a very sad man. Talented traitors are always a bit sad, don't you think?
We're wanted over at the office, Mr. Randall, if you don't mind.
All right.
I guess you'll be wanting me too, eh, Inspector?
You mean for killing Ryman, Colonel?
What else?
You got a .303 rifle, Colonel?
No, why?
Then you didn't kill Ryman.
What?
The post-mortem report came through this morning. Ryman was killed with a .303 rifle bullet through the chest. We think Hyatt fired it. Your buckshot wounds were found in the place you aimed. You must have fired simultaneously. Well, Commandant, we have work to do.
Oh, Commandant, I don't know what we would have done without you.
Madame, in case the Colonel gets into trouble again, stays out late at night and neglects his charming wife, you know what to do. Don't worry.
I know. Leave it to Sandorsky.
Madame.
Quite a guy.
Yes, but, darling, you won't leave everything to Sandorsky, will you?
Huh? Oh, no.